cool.
Very cool. Well, thanks for doing it. I know you're on family vacation, so totally appreciate it. A lot of you know who Emilie is. Just so I don't misspeak, how many times have you won Team Cup?
4 times.
Four? Okay, that's ridiculous.
4 times personally, and then the legacy kept on going within the downline. So
Right.
we've been winning every time until last time when Ashley Mostad won it. So it was in the downline every time. Yeah.
Did that hurt, honestly?
I mean, I guess I don't know if it hurt because it wasn't my focus so much like to win it or like, but it was a good, not wake up call, but in all transparency, I was like, oh, maybe we need to get back to be more focused on that. But still, we had like many teams in the top 10 just didn't win. And our team is always super excited. It's like the thing that we have been really focusing on to grow our businesses. So I'm super excited to be with you guys today. Let's talk about that.
And just one last question. Congrats on Elite. And how many of your PSs hit Elite this year?
This year we have 2, Melissa Saint-Laurent and Geneviève Leclerc.
Well, congrats on that.
We have Marie-Philippe Desmarais who made Premier. So yeah, really
nice. Cool. Awesome. So Emilie's just going to explain really quickly to all of you, because we have a lot of new people on this team, but a lot of people that are fired up for Team Cup. So I'm just going to let you go and then get back to that beautiful Costa Rican jungle. And if you can kind of explain, just what it's done for you.
Perfect. Oh, you hear me well? Good?
Yeah, perfect.
All right. So I'm really happy to be here with you today. I got my coffee. It's an hour earlier here in Samara, but it's all good. I'm super happy to be able to work today because it's one of the few super weekends I'm going to miss. It's always been on the top of my list, but also this family vacation has been a dream of ours that we worked really hard for. So I'm really just happy to be able to contribute to the super weekend as well in a different way. Team Cup has been like not the foundation, but it's been a really big pillar in our business because we take it to heart and we really focus on this specific month and even like the prior weeks to 10x our activities. And I think that's the main goal for me for Team Cup is to take it as a challenge. I see it as a challenge group for coaches, really, and this is how I take it, but I want people to focus on making this their best month, whatever that means. So maybe I'll get into the details of how we form teams on our team and how we really try to like focus our activities on Team Cup and how we use that, not just for the short term, like, yeah, you're going to be creating results in February, but you have to be aware that what you're doing in February is going to pay off in the months that follow. So this is a business. Nothing is like immediate gratification. Sometimes you'll have someone who says yes, but the truth is some people will say no, and then you keep building the relationship. And then next Team Cup, you'll be like, oh my gosh, they said yes this time. And you'll be thankful that they said yes this time because you needed them to say yes that time. So, if you haven't done that yet, registration opens on this Monday, so we still have time. On our team page, it always starts a little earlier. People start forming team, and so you need a team of 5. And what we do is that we usually have people go on a team page and share their goals. So it's the beginning of the year, so it's a really good time also to reflect on what you want to achieve this year. And I'll have people talk about who they are quickly, what their highest rank is right now, what they're striving for Team Cup, what they want to make as a result of the Team Cup. And then we start forming teams like that. And like we already see people popping on a team page like, oh, we're missing 2 people. And they already like made a graphic of their team name and all that. So it's really just a way for me to focus on the activities that drive the business forward. So you can start doing that or like talk with you, Mike, and see if you have teams and stuff. So I go with my PS coaches most of the time or with the downline personally for my team. And I just want you to know to start where you are. My first Team Cup, I was with my upline diamond coach in the States. I was with different coaches that were not in my downline. I barely had a downline. So like you don't have to be with people with your specific team. The goal is to start where you are and to really embrace this. But if you do have coaches, I highly recommend that you team up with them and you focus on developing your own leadership, because that's something that I strive for my coaches. The people that I team with this time, I'm hoping that the next Team Cup, they're going to be leading their team. They're going to be the captain, and they're going to focus on developing their leadership. Even though you don't have to wait to be a captain to develop your leadership, but really just make sure that you sign up and you go all in. I'm not going to go into the details on how to earn points. I guess you can just go read the rules.
We're gonna cover all the logistics,
okay.
Everything after this.
Wonderful. But just know that all the ways that you're making points are ways to grow your business. So that's super exciting. What I do after that is I usually form a messenger group or Facebook group, depending on what you want. Just make sure that you have a way to communicate with your team and plan Zoom calls. Back in the day, we did not have Zoom and we didn't even have vocal messages. So I was using that app that was called Voxer. I know some coaches still use that because sometimes it's nice to be outside of social media for certain things, or you can even do WhatsApp, whatever you want to use, but find a form of communication that's going to work for the 5 of you. And that's going to keep you really connected throughout the month. I would suggest that you start planning a Zoom call right away. Are the birds bugging around? No? Okay. It's all good. I'm like, I hear all those sounds. All right. So start planning a Zoom call with them and start talking about goals and what you're shooting for the team. And usually what I'll do is I'll try to set up a team goal. So how many points? Where do we want to land in the leaderboard? Do we want to finish top 10? Are we going for the cup? Depending on what you're striving for, and just deciding what you want to individually bring to the team. And I always try to reverse engineer my goals. So let's say you say, hey, I want to have, and I want you guys to challenge yourself. Like, if you think you can hit Success Club 5, then don't shoot for Success Club 5. Like, shoot for something that stretches you, like something that scares you. So if you think you can do, like you've done Success Club 10 in the past, maybe shoot for 20. I always say work for double, because you increases the chances of hitting your target. So I think sometimes we aim low because we don't want to be disappointed, but I feel like that's disappointing that we have that mindset. Like, we have to strive for more, and it's okay if we miss the mark. We're going to be able to work and, expand our potential. So share your team goal, individual goals. Oh, I didn't write that down, but I think it's very important. Share this goal with your significant other, your family, whoever is involved in your life right now. If you want to take this to the next level and you're like, you know what, I'm committed to increasing my time that I'm spending in my business, but that also means that I might cut some, social time or some activities that I have usually, because I really want to see what I can produce in those 30 days of the month, of 28 days. Whatever. I don't know if it's 28, 29 this month. But yes, so share that with your loved ones, right? Like, that it's important to you, you're committing to something because you're going to be all in, and just have a clear communication with the people around you. So everybody knows that you're like going to be very focused, even more focused than you've been, because it's important to you. And I think that's a key. Everything I'm sharing right now for Team Cup, this is all things you can apply any month, any day of your business. Those are all great tips. I just feel like Team Cup, sometimes it's like, okay, we're even increasing our activities, but you can make a challenge cup month, any month of the year. You don't have to wait for Beachbody to set it up for you. Okay, so once you have your goals, I want you to think about, okay, so if I'm aiming, let's say you're like, you know what, I hit Success Club 10 in the past. I want to do like 30 this time. I really want to, like, I can help 15 people, and that's my target. Then break it down in 4 weeks, and even maybe, break it down in 4 weeks for your production during the month. But, Team Cup starts right now. You're going to start inviting, you're going to start, adding new people to your list every single day, starting new conversations. So even like that work is already started, but just to break it down in 4 different weeks, and to have numbers on paper. So this is when I find tracking your business is even more important, because if you want to increase your results, you need to know your baseline. Like, you need to know what you've done in the prior months, how many people you added to your list, how many people you invited, how many said yes, how many said no. That gives you a baseline to say, hey, if I invited that many people the prior month and that many said yes, I need to double my invites or triple my invites this month if I want to double or triple. So this is like mathematics. Like, there's no secret sauce in that. Like, the people that you see at the top of the leaderboard, they speak to a lot of people. They get a lot of no's and they get more yes. And it's just part of the process. And of course, if you're new to this, I remember when I started that, I had a training that said, if you want one yes, you might have to invite 20 people. So I want to remind you that, because I feel sometimes we get discouraged after 2 no's, but I'm like, that's just part of it. And the more you build your confidence, the more you practice. Anything you want to be better at in life, you just got to practice and practice. So if you want to become a pro at inviting, you need to invite like crazy. And then you're going to, develop your confidence, and maybe you're going to increase your ratio. Maybe you're going to have 1 yes out of 10 invites that you're going to send out. But it all depends where you start. And I just want you to know that it's just normal. I get no's every day, and it's just part of the job. So if, like, I really want you to challenge yourself. It's funny, I have a bunch of books that come in my mind. Go for No, if you're scared of no's. That could be a good one. If you want to align your personal development with Team Cup to like increase your activities, maybe the 10X rule is something that you would like to read, because it's going to really like keep you focused on it, creating even more results. I always try to do that with my personal development. And side note, I call it, in French, I'm going to try to translate it live. I call it personal and professional development that's intentional and pertinent. Like, it's not because this one book came out that everybody's reading it and likes it that it's the book that you need right now to move forward. So always keep that in mind. Like, what do I want to work on right now? What's the thing that's going to get me closer to my big vision, my big goals? So make it your best month. And what does that mean? It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to create the most successful points that you've done, but I want you to think about it. What does your best month look like? Is this the month that you're going to stop BSing yourself and having those excuses? You're going to show up every day no matter what? Like, because consistency is part of it. Maybe you felt like you've been inconsistent and you didn't really give it your all. So I want you to really reflect and think about what your best month looks like. And yes, in terms of successful points, yes, in terms of rank advancement for yourself and the people on your team, and yes, in terms of recruiting new coaches and adding them to your team. But overall also, like, what does your commitment look like? How many hours are you spending? How many invites? Focus also on the daily activities and not just the whole goal, because if you just have a goal and you don't break it down into activities, you're not going to get the work and it's not going to happen. Always keep the mission first, right? Like, I mean, even though like we're like, yay, we want to have successful points and we want to win the Team Cup and we want to, get to LA and celebrate. For me, it's very important to keep the mission first, because you don't want to get lost in that game of points. It's a relationship business. What we do is very precious. Like, we have the ability to impact people's lives in a way that will transform them for the rest of their life, and not only them, but the people that surround them. So that's something that I take to heart. And sometimes we can lose the joy of what we're doing when we're so focused on like business and numbers and tracking and all that. So breathe and enjoy the process. It's part of it. And just know that whatever happens throughout this month, if you're like really pushing and trying new things, you're going to grow out of it. And I feel like this is the biggest gift that you can give yourself. And those are like the last things that I wrote. I want you to do something you've never done in the past. And I know right now, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like everybody's like, oh no, I don't want to do that thing. Like, I know I should go live on Facebook, but I can't do this. I should like, okay, that's the thing. Okay. I want you to do something you've never done, something that scares you. And you know what that thing is. Maybe you're thinking of someone right now, like, oh my God, I know I should invite her. She'd be so cool, but I'm scared. I'm scared of what she's going to say. I'm scared of rejection. I want you to challenge yourself because there's something really beautiful on the other side of your fear. It's called confidence, right? When you do something that scares you and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm alive. Like it gives you a boost of confidence. You're like, what's next? What next can I do now? Like, I know I was able to face that fear. So now like I'm open to all the possibilities and all the things that I've been scared of before. And I know that life happens outside of my comfort zone. So I feel like this is like the best time when we do Team Cup, especially when you work with a team, because it's interesting how we sometimes can't do it for ourselves. We won't allow us to do it for ourselves, but when someone else is with us, we'll do it for them. And that's the power of a team, and that's the power of having success partners. And I feel like this is a great opportunity to develop that, because when you know that your team is showing up at 6 a.m. in the morning to do their power hour on Zoom, because that might be what you want to do, you're going to get up. You're not going to snooze. Same thing with your workout. If you're doing Zoom workouts with other people, if you're committing to working with someone and you have it on your schedule, you're increasing your chances of doing it. And ultimately your success only depends on you, but you're also responsible for creating an environment that will support that success. So I feel like having success partners, working as a team, is really beautiful, and it's going to help you go beyond what you thought you could do. So that's what I got. I can talk a lot.
Yeah, no, that was awesome. I love it, and I know everybody gets different things from when people talk, but I get teary when things hit me, and I know it hit a lot of people. You can tell by the nods when you start talking about doing things that you're scared of, and that thing you're supposed to do. I start to get teary. So thanks so much for that. We're gonna break after this and kind of discuss it in detail. But that was awesome, Emilie. I so appreciate it. And I know you're on vacation. You didn't have to do it. So.
Oh, well, you know what? I feel like I'm on vacation every day since I found it. Like, and I don't say that to be cheesy, but
yeah.
Obviously, guys, I'm not going to be like, it's always rainbows and butterfly. Life is just ups and downs, and that's how it is. But since I joined this, the ups are way more present in my life than the lows. And it's always an honor. So I'm super thankful that you asked me. And I know you guys are going to rock Team Cup. And thank you for having me.
Cool. Thanks. Say hi to Damien for me.
I will. Take care, guys. Enjoy Super Weekend.
Okay, bye.
Ciao.
Okay, so yeah, I loved that end. That was so good. And I love seeing the head nods. With a couple things that she had mentioned to me before is Team Cup. She gets the most future coaches out of Team Cup. I don't know if it's the mentality and the way she talks during Team Cup, but she gets a lot more business people interested in running the business after that. And then the amount of volume and income during Team Cup sometimes doubles for her. So just a couple of residual things to talk about as far as Team Cup. She says sometimes Team Cup is better for her than an actual new launch or new program. So that being said, as far as go read the FAQ, I'm not going to, I hate it when teachers put stuff up on the board and just read it to you. That's like my pet peeve, or in university, you know what I mean? It's like they put a slideshow up and they just read the slideshow. So you guys are big kids. You can go read the FAQ and how to get points. SC Club is 1 point. Rank advancement is 3 points. Or this is the other one that you might not know, any of your PS coaches who have a rank advancement, you get 3 points for as well, even if they're not on your team. So Rachel, if Michelle Deacon gets, oh, there you are. Hey, I didn't even, you're right below her. If Michelle Deacon is not on your team and she gets a rank advancement, like when she goes diamond in February, which she's going to, Rachel will get another 3 points for that as well. Okay, so that's how that works. Oh, and having a summit ticket is also a category for points as well. So here I'm going to give you, and I usually tiptoe around this in the past, but I'm going to kind of give you how I think Team Cup should be broken down to. And some people have already talked about it. That's fine. I'm not talking rearrange or anything like that. There are 3 levels to me. The first level is people who really want to think they have a chance at winning, right? Are going to be top 10 in their region. That's great. Those are high SC people who've proven it, who've shown it. Then there's a second level of people who are going after, I call it the tier 2 prize, which is basically everybody hitting SC. If you hit SC, you get the 10 rounds tank top. If your whole team hits SC, you get, I think you get both, right? You get that, and do you get both prizes, or is it just the one prize? I can't even remember in the past. You get both, right, Rachel?
Yeah, there's 3 tiers of prizes.
Right. So you get both. So if you hit the second tier, which is the gym bag, you get the gym bag and the 10 rounds. And then for the third one, you get the Beachbody bar. It's a bar this year. Like they made their own Beachbody blue bar, I think. And the gym bag and the tank top. So for me, the second tier of people who create teams are people who think they can, okay, no, I'm going to rephrase that because this is what I've done in the past, are people who will hit SC. And I'm talking not people who say, yes, I'm going to hit it this month. It's like whether I have to have my mom buy it, I'm going to hit SC. Like I'm going to guarantee it in blood because it's hard. And I think Rachel, it happened to you and me maybe last time. I can't remember. But when 4 people hit it and 1 doesn't, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Like nobody's blaming you but it's kind of like, oh, we were so close, right? And those 4 people who, got it and the 1 who didn't, it's like, I want people who go on those teams to say, yes, I don't care what it takes. I'm hitting it. Not, I'm going to go for it and end up with 0, right? Because that happens. It happens. Some people have bad months. All of us on here have had shitty months, including myself. But for Team Cup, it's a little different, right? And then the third level is people who maybe are just starting, want to grow, who still probably could hit it, probably will. All of us can. It's literally 3 people, right? So those are the 3 kind of levels that I think we should, or you should, organize your teams based on. I should have opened Emilie up to more questions, but
can I make a comment, Mike?
Yeah, go big.
So one thing that I'm going to do over the next couple of weeks, and I think it would be helpful for everyone, it's just kind of jumping off what Emilie said about do the thing you're scared of. So I am going to write a list now of what I'm really scared of. Maybe it's 2 things, but I'm also going to really up my PD game now. So whatever my barrier has been that is bugging me, it all comes down to your PD. So if maybe the next month, if you haven't been doing your PD, really make it a priority and find the book, like she said, not just any book. Okay, I really am scared of inviting because I'm scared of the no. So what is that? Rejection. Okay, what book can I look at right now? And I'm going to read that. I'm going to highlight it and tear it apart. So when February 1st comes, or now the next few weeks, that's no longer a barrier. And then I think you'll just blow up. So that's a tip I'm going to do.
Yeah, we can create a little thread of if you've never invited and you're scared of it, there's probably 3 amazing books. Go for No, Eat That Frog. Just rambling out things that come. It's Not About You. There's so many great books for that. And I'm going to guess that's most of our fears, right? Myself included. So that's any questions?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Mike, just food for thought too. I finished my workout early and I wanted to go and see what the historical success club was.
Oh, right.
Every February. And I'm going to even pull up the one from, 4 years ago when we were just a baby team. February 2016, there were, I'd say the top 10 people got SC 47, 43, 41, 41, 38, 36, 34. Like everybody, the top 10 people got over 30. So it really does your business. And I pulled up every leaderboard from the past 4 Februaries, and it's the same thing. So it is a really big month for you to cultivate growing your team. And also the momentum that you put in now, like all the momentum that you're putting into the whole new year, new me, people that are really interested, like that can't stop, even though maybe you've started your challenge group already. You just got to keep hammering it out, and it's fun. And I have to actually go, but I just want to say, when you have your pods and your chats, and be super active in there, and maybe Zoom once a week, because you want to know where everybody is. And like Deb said, maybe somebody's struggling in one aspect of their business, and you can all come together and help and say, try this is what I've read, this has helped. But communication is super key, and don't back away if you feel like you're not doing well enough. Like you really have to dig into your team, and they'll help you.
Yeah, don't ghost just because you feel bad. It's
nope.
You can do it in the last week, but it's that being part of a group, like she said, and not letting down the group. That sometimes is what drives me. It's like coaching, right? It's the same thing. I may have totally abandoned my fitness if it wasn't for all of you guys, right? Or it's the truth. We show up in the morning. And being in that group and committing to it is big. So I'll talk to some of the other leaders on here who have teams and see, and then we'll probably put up kind of a spreadsheet, and then chat about arranging teams. I've talked to Shalene as well. She's got people that she wants. So we'll pull from the whole Crush It. I mean, it doesn't have to be just here, but it is nice to go with your people. I'll probably personally, and I've always done this, I don't want to say I've abandoned, the top goal, but I like going with new coaches on this and creating a smaller group and running with them and trying to get them there. So yeah, it's fun though. Have fun. Like she said, it is a ton of fun, and enjoy it. We'll get some team names going, and we'll put it up in SoulFit where you can splash your team name and maybe call some other teams out. Make it fun. Any questions on Team Cup? No? Input? No? Okay. Super Sunday tomorrow for those of us in Burlington should be fun. I don't know if I know some of you are getting there early to do some of your little team picks. That's cool. And then after Industria, which is at Appleby and Upper Middle, it's a I don't want to say BYOB, but Jamie and Kim are hosting it, but it's like they're not picking up the tab. So it'll be great. Again, those are the fun parts where you can do some cool stories, get some great pictures, and get to see everybody that you don't actually get to see. Because I find Super Saturdays, it's like a quick mingle and then done. Whereas I like the little things afterwards because you can get up and talk to people. Cool. Team Cup basically starts now. Don't wait till February 1st to go, okay, now I'm starting, right? It's like what the Frenchies do, and the Frenchies always win it, is they start like January 7th. And I don't know if they like tell people don't buy until February 1st, because it's impossible.
I was going to ask that. Like, what do you do in the last week if someone wants? Do you wait?
If you've hit SC, I would wait.
Oh, okay.
Give them an incentive. Like, I mean, if it's that important to you, like throw in, this is just me. I believe everything's an investment financially. So I don't see it as anything. I would say can you wait till February 1st? I have a special $10 gift card. Boom. Like, just put your money up. It's the investment. That's just me.
Even though it's only like still in the, like I've already hit SC. So do I wait 3 weeks to sign?
No, I wouldn't.
No.
I think that's iffy. If it's like 3 days before or like 5 days and you're pretty sure, I mean, it could be a risk, but 3 weeks, no.
Okay.
Yeah, up until that last couple of days, You take people when you can take them. It's not.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to double check.
Are we
Go ahead.
going to run, Mike? Last year we ran like a nutrition focus group during February. I think that's good, like to have, because I know Rachel said, you know, bar has started, right? So whether we run like even a Soul Fit Back to Basics, a 21-day fix group, or like a 2B group or something just different.
I think either a 2B group, which Melinda had mentioned, that's 100%. I don't want to say it's the easiest thing to invite to, but if you can invite people to, hey, you don't even have to exercise and you can lose some weight, that's a great one. Or a Back to Basics 21-day fix, which I know the Frenchies do also. It's an easy thing. And then we can run a special separate group for that for the 3 weeks.
I mean, maybe we do both. Like, you know, maybe one person champions the one. I don't know. We give the option that we're like February's nutrition focus. Pick your path. We got you covered. Yeah. I don't know.
There's so many of us, Deb, to like lead and like to divvy up the posting and stuff like that. I think that's
Okay,
I think we could really crush February if we relaunch 2B. Like that was I know that was all of our best months. So I think it would be, I'm totally in for running a 2B group with you guys.
If you focus on it, if you talk about it, if you show yourself eating it, if you show the results, there is no way you cannot get 5 people doing 2B mindset. If you focus on it, like even just for 2 weeks, like that's all Rachel, Sarah, and I did.
I don't mind doing the container one. That's more my jam. And cool. I did that in January and I added quite a few people already. So, but I'll give them the you know, like that'll be my jam. But I think that we can invite to either or and be like, my teammates are these pick, like there's that graphic that asks you that I've been sending, choose option A, option B.
Right.
And if we all, you know, does that work?
Yeah. Yeah, we can chat and figure it out. I mean, it could literally be a nutrition group and you could blend it if you wanted to and just let people, I mean, after everything, I'm a mix of both anyway. I love 2B, but in the back of my head, I've got containers. So, I mean, giving people that knowledge, even though they only bought the one, would be cool.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if we put it together, it's just pooling more resources, more recipes, more people involved.
Yep. Totally one group, pick your path. We put them all in there. They're fired up. Everyone's doing it. I think that would be amazing.
Awesome.
And I think it might get those people that have maybe fallen off the workout wagon, because I have had challengers say to me, well, you focus more on fitness in your group than you do on food. Mm-hmm. So I think it might get your dormant people out of the woodwork too.
Yeah, and for your groups, don't forget, and she's really stepped up her game in Mompreneur, I think, because of, sorry, I'm talking, people probably like, what are you talking about? Pixel and Hue, which was that really pretty December graphic lady. Mompreneur has come out with weekly meal plans that are actually pretty, that are really nice. So make sure you're sending those out to your current people as well. And those are great snapshots to take a screenshot of it, of the cover and the table of contents and put in your stories and saying, hey, these are the meal plans and recipes that we're giving our group this week. And you gotta like entice people to, oh geez, they give out meal plans and recipes. That's what I need. And lead that up to the end of January, where you start inviting to join the group throughout the month of February.
Yeah, it sounds silly, but I've gotten a lot of traction lately where I'm just filming myself in my Insta stories, scheduling my posts, and I just show people what I'm doing.
Yeah,
yeah, it works.
Eyes on the road. Eyes on the road.
I'm at a light.
Oh, there's so many little things that we don't think of that we should be sharing that we do about the business. The other day, I started filming myself saying, oh, and hey, if you want to steal my filters, up here is where, like, little thing, you saw that, right, Chantal? It's like little things about the business that people, sorry, Robin, go ahead, because I talk too much. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, like, I was actually just talking to Deb and everybody just the other day saying, like, I don't know how to do filters. I don't know how to do anything. And when I saw your clip, I was like, fuck yeah, thank you. Sorry. Thank you.
Yeah. But those are the little things that we take for granted that we do every day that as a guy, that's what I focus on. Is I'm a business person and I can help you grow a business, not be my friend, join my girl squad, whatever. But it's like little business tips, or this is how the other day I showed my planner. This is how I organize. This is what a digital planner looks like, or this is how I multitask. It's little things that you can do to be seen as somebody who can lead somebody else, right?
And show your groups. So that was the other thing. I took my laptop out. I had my cell phone, and I just scrolled quickly. I made sure I didn't reveal names. This is what we're doing. This is the theme each week, and look at our posts. And I got a ton of interest. What is this Grit Girl Club? Can you tell me more about it? So just show it like weekly, your accountability group. People are like, oh, rather than just talking about it.
For February, we should make a little social media checklist of what to do in a day that can help grow your business and attract people. And even if you're not running your own group and you're in Melinda's and as a new coach, show Melinda's group and say, because it's our group, right? I always say, or show the team page or team call pictures. There's so many little things you can do without it dominating your feed, right? I still like watching chaos happen in people's lives when their kids are screaming and craziness happens. So make sure you're not everything business either. Any questions before we go? Oh, my knees. Okay, so we'll talk. I'll talk with some of the other leaders and figure out how, and then I'll go see as well and crush it what their plan is. But yeah, it'd be nice to see everybody hit SC in a group, and that way you're getting both prizes. It's kind of fun and it helps grow your business. So, oh yeah. And what that one thing is that you're scared of. For me, it's inviting. I'll be honest with you. I'm terrified of inviting. And I've been doing this for 5 years. I hate it. It makes me nervous. I'm literally scared. So I think I've talked to Deb kind of as my call me on my shit thing, and it's inviting, and I'm going to start. Oh, and the power hours that are coming up are going to be freaking amazing. Lindsay Matway started it, and like you're going to get 1 week, you're going to get Ashley Molstad and Katie Hefner, the two of them showing you how they do their power hours. There's going to be 2 a week, and you're going to get, they're all top coaches from Lindsay Matway's downline, which is basically half the network. And it's going to show you how they do their power hours, and you can join in on them. So there's going to be 4 a week, 2 with Crush It, 2 with Lindsay Matway's team. And you can jump on at any time. Some are during the day, some are during the night. They don't normally record power hours because I don't know why, but they don't normally record them. I'll see. Maybe Lindsay will do hers, but it's worth jumping on, trying.
A schedule in advance for those?
Yes. Yeah.
Mike, just a quick reminder, I can't remember, just for logistics of the team, it can be a star diamond, a diamond, and then 3 emeralds and lower, right?
Yeah. Only 2 diamonds per team pre February 1st.
Right.
And only one of them can be a star diamond.
Okay.
But yeah, the rank advancements are a big way to get points, especially if you have new people, right? Yeah. Robin, you going diamond this month too? Cool.
Yeah, that's my goal. Well, for
And Michelle!
February. And
Yeah, baby.
Chantel, Robin, and Michelle will be diamond in February. Say it.
And here's the other one is it's if you have a lot of new coaches too, it's not even just, like I said, your team. If you can help not just within your pot of 5, if you can then help other people hit emerald, which is the easiest to me way to get 3 rank advancement points, that's pretty big too. So I just like the camaraderie during February. It's kind of cool. All right. See you all tomorrow. And we can just hang out. Just kidding.
Yay, bye.